Hello, my friends. Welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Faith is Our Defense. How often in life does our circumstances cause us to stumble because we do not trust? How many times do we fall because we look at circumstances instead of having faith? How many times do we let fear override what we know to be true? For example, that there is nothing we face that God cannot handle. Why should we fear? Often we as humans allow the circumstances to be bigger than God's potential answer to our problems. Our failures all boil down to the lack of trust and faith. When things are good, it is easy to say we trust. But when things get tough, we often falter for lack of faith. But when we get down to the place where there is nothing more that we can do, then we are ready to trust God. Learning to trust before we exhaust all options is what faith is all about. When we are to the point that we trust God first, we have begun to walk by faith. Having faith means being fully persuaded that God is able and will perform what He has promised. Romans 4:20-22. He staggered not at the promises of God through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving glory to God, and being fully persuaded that what He promised He was able also to perform, and therefore it was imputed to Him for righteousness. Just as Abraham trusted God, He had promised him that he would be the father of many nations through Isaac. A time later, God told him to take Isaac up to the mountain and sacrifice him. Many of us will fall into fear and question how God could ask us to sacrifice Isaac if he was to be the link to our lineage. But Abraham obeyed God and believed that He would work it out. Ephesians 6:16. Above all, taking the shield of faith wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Shields were used in several ways. They could be put together with other soldiers' shields to create a wall of defense. They were used as protection for the individual. Some shields were large enough for a man to even stand behind. Our faith is like a shield. It protects us from the attacks of the enemy, but we can combine our faith with that of fellow believers to create a wall of defense against the enemy. Through our faith, we can be strength to one another. Many of us at some point have lost faith. It may be a huge thing, or we may have let a little doubt creep into our heart. This happens when we let down our guard or our shield and allow the enemy to place thoughts in our mind. Doubt is a liar, a tool the enemy uses to make us question God's motives and His promises. When we let fear set in, we have dropped our shield. We are no longer protected from the darts of the enemy. So never run into battle without all of your armor. We cannot let the enemy have an opportunity to make us question or to doubt. God will go before us and will fight for us, but we have to keep the faith. So stand strong, be encouraged, and keep the faith. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful weekend.